Hello AP Physics. Here's a step-by-step tutorial on how to complete the Motion Buggy Lab. In this lab, we will explore the motion of a car to gain an understanding of constant velocity. Here are some key vocab words to know. Number 1. Motion is when an object changes position over time when compared to a reference point. Number 2. Displacement is the overall change in position from the starting position to the ending position. This vector quantity refers to how far out of place an object is. Number 3. Distance is a scalar quantity that measures how much ground an object has covered. Unlike displacement, it measures the actual change in position traveled from two locations. Number 4. Speed is a scalar quantity that refers to how fast something moves. In other words, speed is the rate of motion. Number 5. Velocity is a vector quantity that refers to the rate at which an object changes its position. Velocity is direction aware. Remember that a vector quantity has both magnitude and direction. A scalar quantity only has a magnitude. Number 6. Lastly, a constant velocity is a velocity that does not change over time. Now that you know the basics, here are some materials that you will need. A Chromebook, duct tape, a meter stick, and a motion buggy. You will also need a smartphone for a stopwatch and a quick graphing program. To start this lab, the first thing you will need is your meter stick and your duct tape. Place the meter stick on the floor and put a piece of tape on either side. You will need an additional 9 pieces of tape. Place each piece of tape 1 meter apart from each other. Then, place the buggy at the first piece of tape. Turn the buggy on and have it start traveling from the first piece of tape. Now it's time to use your stopwatch. Using the stopwatch app on your phone, record the time it took for the toy car to pass over each of the pieces of duct tape. Finally, with your smartphone, graph the data of the time lapse on Quick Graphing Program. To access the graphing program, first type in www.tandftechnology.com. Next, at the top of the page, click on Tools. Then, scroll down and click on Quick Graph. Since you are now at the Quick Graphing program, you will then see an empty chart which you will enter your data into and form a graph. Once you have your data graphed, it is time to answer the analysis questions in your Chromebook. Here are the following steps to turn on Mr. C's Chromebook properly. First, open up the computer. When the white screen comes on, press Ctrl D. Then, when the blue screen comes on, click on Browse as Guest. When the computer is properly turned on, open up your lapbook through Google Drive. In your lapbook, enter the picture of your graph and answer the following questions. Here are some things to keep in mind when completing this lab. In this lab, the motion buggies have a tendency to curve. Even though you want the buggy to move in a straight line, do not place it against the wall. Even though the car will move in a straight line this way, the friction between the wall and car will alter your data. Now that you have a clear understanding of constant velocity, here are some real-life examples of such motion. An object tends to continue in its motion at a constant velocity until an outside force acts on it. An object in motion stays in motion. This is Newton's first law. For example, when you go bowling, after releasing the ball, it tends to move at a constant velocity until it hits the pins. Thanks for watching!